beautiful. My car was great, but I didn't have any brakes. It was super sketchy.
I was wondering who's driving this thing now. It's you.
It looked good, didn't it?
So you're out of brake?
I think you're full of shit.
I'm not. There was no brakes in there.
So
I was on the one on the right. Believe me.
Maybe that's why you're fast.
No brakes.
Not having anything to do with that.
We're gonna grease the rotors.
You're gonna grease the rotors?
Yeah, before you go out.
Then I'm gonna hop in the airplane and just go home. Then. That's unsafe.
Hey, they call them race cars, not safe cars.
It's not called a safe car.
It's called a race car. So who needs brakes in a race car if it's not safe?
So I think the word car.
So, this is an email I got today about a comment on my video here, the Jeff Gordon's Heart featuring Kevin Woody. If you haven't seen it, it's a good one. Check it out. So on the Jeff Gordon's Heart video, Oli Tabuger has to say, why the following CK8 you idiots trying to glorify some goofy looking punk or brown punk. You are, and once again, not you are, with, you know, the right way to do it is YLU''RE, from America, or America, you should know how fucked up black people are. This is a comment on YouTube. It has been removed. I was going to remove it, but it looked like YouTube took it down already. But this is an email notification to the comments that were made prior to them getting removed, which some people would say freedom of speech. Okay, whatever. Here we go. So obviously, whoever Oli Tabuker is not from America, because he's saying I or me or everyone involved is from America. You should know how fucked up black people are. Now let's continue up the way here. This is the next comment. Black people are scum. It must be dorks that don't leave their homes or cars, I guess he knows me some way, promoting these scumbags. Go out into society, and then you'll see what brown monkeys really are. So this is the next comment. So we built up from the goofy brown punk and fucked up black people to black people are scum now, and now we need to go out into society to see what brown monkeys really are. So they've went from black people, how fucked up black people are, to now brown monkeys really are. So we're escalating here. So let's see. This is the final comment coming up. So, speaking of that, the final comment was, stop promoting black people. They will only hurt our society. They will only hurt our society more by giving them more opportunity. It's way too many mores. It's better to kill them off and forget they ever existed. It will save so many young girls' lives to exterminate their race. Oh, now hold on now. Hold on now. So we went from black people and brown punk to brown monkeys and scum to now, next level, exterminate their race, Oli Tabuker says, or Booger, whatever. So the interesting part is this. I was just speaking family tradition. I was telling a few people, you know, if everybody started saying who actually says the N-word, we want to have too many people in the dirt racing world left. And they were like, oh, well, does that mean you're saying everyone in the dirt world's racist? No, I think it's a weird family tradition, because anyone who is in their ages right now of 35 to 50, or 30 to 50 years old, if that's how old you are and you're watching, your dad and granddad were more than likely actual racists. Like, that's just what life was when they were kids or growing up, especially your granddads. That's what it was. Like, there was that meme the other day that said, stop saying America's more divided today than ever. And it showed a picture from 70 years ago where there was a water fountain for white people and then a water fountain for colored people. That was a reality for those 30 to 50-year-olds, your dad and your granddad. The white people water fountain and the colored people water fountain was just normal. That was like life. You didn't call someone racist just because they thought a black person should, drink at a different water fountain or sleep in a different hotel. That was like normal. So a lot of people saying the words they're saying or acting or thinking the way they do, that's basically based on a weird family tradition that is just a carried down effect through ignorance. I mean, obviously, this person is ignorant. They're talking about me or somebody not getting out of their home or their car when they technically have never done so themselves. I mean, and this is the weird deal. This is, back to family tradition. If you want to go down to hardcore eugenics, which is the base foundation to black people are monkeys, eugenics is based on the belief that we are all different based on our skin color. Hitler worshipped eugenics. And that's basically the belief to this exterminate their race and monkeys theory. Some people don't know where that all comes from. They never heard of eugenics. What is this? What is that? What do you mean? Now, unfortunately for eugenics, there's a lot of commonsensical things that they preach and talk about, which is why you can get someone like Hitler to convince millions of people over a few generations to war against another because of a racial digression through human history. So there are some, it's kind of like the Bible, I guess, whatever little piece you want to pick out to manipulate to support your theory or thought or determination, you can make it happen. But this exterminate their race and monkeys and all that is based through the preachings of eugenics and Hitler. That's what it's based upon. When you say that a black person can't be a quarterback, you're basing your thoughts on Nazi Germany, Hitler, eugenics. When you say that stuff. Now, if we want to talk about N-words and all that, which I'm sure this guy, he thought he may get away with this comment on YouTube, which has already been removed. I tried to go look at it. It's removed. If it's not removed, I'll go try and dig again, but I couldn't find it on my own video. So I'm pretty sure it's removed by YouTube. He didn't use the N-word, although I'm sure he's using it too many times a day. If you want to talk about the N-word, once again, it's more so a family tradition from dads and granddads that lived in a society where it wasn't racist to treat people of a different color wrongly or talk about them in a wrong way or term. But unfortunately or fortunately, in today's society, they have slowly replaced the N-word. The stereotype for this N-word with the ER especially, that people would say is, these are just, that's just the word to label black people who want to use and take and, don't want to give back and just want to have everything freeload, everything like that. Luckily, fortunately or unfortunately, the very smart people in media today, or the rulers, as I call them, the actual rulers of the world, they have manipulated you away from black and white and the N-word. They have got you away from that. And they have basically, similar to stocks, just traded your investment in that ideology of thought process to define somebody. They have taken your thought or your stocks from that group of N-word and placed it into another word that most of the same people who had the granddaddy and pappy and the ones saying the N-word and all that and having these same thoughts, they've took your mind and your thoughts and your stock and placed it into this other thing that is, just freeloading, wanting to take everything from me and don't want to give, don't want to work, just wants to. They made this new word called Democrat. That basically, to most, represents the same definition as this N-word for black people that you used to so describe. So it's now the publicly acceptable version of word to say for the same definition. The stocks are being traded out for Democrat, which the N-word and Democrat to the actual racist or silent racist, when you say the difference between a black person and an N-word, with an ER, by the way, are these certain definitions. The definition that the media has given you of what a Democrat is align with that N-word that you've been using and your daddy and your granddad all these years so well, you don't even see what they're doing. Because you can't use God in America to divide us anymore, or this religion, or Catholic, or Christian, because, they got science now. They can disprove your life or your religion of God. They can disprove that, even though I think it's 100,000% real, which the devil's playing its game to get you to disprove it. But since they can now, they got to use something that you still believe in, because just like the fear of a black or white person, the genetics of believing in a God is so historic and prehistoric that you still genetically have that feeling of belief. So they have replaced it with the political system. That's your new religion. And then instead of, Paul, Mary, and Joseph, they've given you Trump, Bidens, and Kamalas. And your new God is patriotism or something that you can't see, but it's there. It has to be, or this, or equality, or socialism. Those are your new gods, religions, and sectors of division. And then, they use the race card too, because that's in your recent memory as well. And they can use it very easily because it's a visual aspect. Human beings are very visual creatures, although their eyes are controlled by their fucking mind. Your strength ain't your strength. Your strength is your mind that's made you dominate everything on earth. And the really smart fucking people know that. And that's how you get to these real fucking idiots. I think there's smart and dumb people. There's some people who ain't too far from the damn monkeys. They haven't caught up or something. I don't think it's based on race. I think it's based on you. Your mind makes you this. Who you listen to, who you idolize. Do you believe in granddaddy and pappy? Are you staying in your family traditions?